Alright folks, it is time. For the engaged players out there, here are the final batch of changes you can expect going live. So this is what's going to go live, more than likely. This should give you time to theory craft what the meta will be like when Dragonlands launches June 8th local time, which is going to be tomorrow. So I don't think the patch is too huge. I don't even know if you can see it. They're nerfing Ezreal a little bit, and they're fixing the permacast interaction, so he's not going to be nearly as good. Heimer getting nerfed. Set reroll might be okay. They're giving him a pretty big buff. Set reroll might be okay. Siphon Whisper change and looks a bit harsh. Yeah, I hear Siphon is not going to be too hot, is what the consensus seems to be. But Kayn, he's getting a pretty big buff. I wonder if Kayn is going to be like reroll Kayn is going to be playable. Yeah, the whole Ezreal thing was too cracked. It's a good change, I think. Shen, everyone's favorite frontliner, is getting nerfed. I think he's still going to be good. Elise is getting a buff, but they're nerfing Whisper pretty damn hard. So I think Elise is going to be pretty damn decent, especially as an item holder. Lulu's getting nerfed, that's fine. Olaf is getting a buff. I think with Dragons not being as strong, Olaf is going to be better. So if you get early Olaf, it's probably going to be playable. But we'll get into more of this later. Silas is going to be really strong. They're buffing him again. I think he's a good unit already. Volibear, big buff. Corki, decent nerf, still going to be good. Deja nerf. Idis nerf, Mana, Nico nerf. So they're nerfing a lot. They're nerfing a lot of these 4-cost units. Sona's getting nerfed. Xiaoyu's getting nerfed. Siphon's getting a really big nerf. The ratios are going down, and Whisper got gutted. So I don't know. This might just open up more options. Talon, they're gonna change Talon. He's bugged right now, but I think they want to make his the little blades do AoE damage. Right now it just doesn't work. AO Shin damage is going down, Aurelion Soul damage is going down. So a lot of the OP dragons are getting touched on. So I don't know. I think I'm pretty hopeful for the first patch. I think it's gonna be good. Bard is getting nerfed, Pyke is getting buffed, Shyvana is getting buffed, Yasuo's getting nerfed. So I'm hoping this just opens up more options. I mean, Mage Aesol, I'm pretty sure is still going to be really strong. But if Assassins are better, and Elise is better, then, I mean, you have more stuff to play. Silas? Oh, Silas is so good. I'm really surprised they buffed Silas. I feel like he's such a good unit already. But, I mean, I could see it, because they are nerfing Whisper, right? So I can see the Silas buff. But I feel like they could have just, like, gone without it. Cannoneer, they're buffing the what is it? 4 and 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're buffing 4 and 5. Dragonmancer is getting a little bit more HP, and with the volley buff, maybe he'll be a unit again. I think he just ended up being a Whisper Mage combination, but he was really strong. I think that's exactly what it is. Isn't Elise gonna be bad? Isn't Elise gonna be kind of bad with the Whisper nerfs? Well, they buffed her damage quite a bit. I mean, I don't think Elise carry is going to be a thing, but I think she's going to be like a playable unit. Like mid-game or something. Evoker, getting a big hit on Evoker. Mage, Pirate's Greed. Nerf, same buff. Oh man, they're buffing 8 Pirates. Wow. That's fun. Because yeah, most people don't play 8 late game. So that's going to be fun. If you can get this early on, you'll be bing chilling. Does Bruiser Frontline work with Silas buffs and without Siphon? I think Bruiser Frontline is fine with that Siphon. I think Bruiser Frontline for like Corki or something is already strong, and I don't see that changing in the patch going forward. So yeah, I think Guardian openers are going to be really good. Taric, Leona, Braum, they're all pretty decent early game units. I think Bruiser Frontline is going to be a big staple for like your mid and late game boards. Just because the units are all really good. You have Alawi, you have a lot of 3-cost bruisers, right? And Ornn is such a beast. So yeah, I think bruisers are going to be pretty nice. Ragewing is getting a pretty decent buff at 6. 9 is going to be the same. So this is mostly helping Shyvana, right? So Shyvana got a buff here, and she got her AD buffed. We'll see if it helps. I feel like maybe she's still going to suck. The thing about the Whisper is, it's not that Whisper's broken. I mean, it is. But it's like, Deja was just such a big abuser of it that you can't leave it in the game. It's too unhealthy. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. This is like one of those temporary fixes to make it like absolutely worthless, and you just play it for the shred. Shimmer Scale. They're buffing a couple of the items. Basically, you'll get more gold from the Gambler's Blade. That's the attack speed one. Nam's getting a pretty decent nerf. I don't know if the treats. Okay, does anyone know if the snacks are like flat stats or if they're based on the total HP? If they're based on HP, this is a pretty big nerf. And then yeah, Whisper got nerfed pretty hard. It's flat. Okay, so that's not that bad. So a bunch of the artifacts got nerfed. Anime Visage, Death Defiance, Winter, Gold Collector, Mana Zane, basically all of them. I don't know if there's any that didn't get nerfed, but they basically all got nerfed. So I guess they were like too strong across the board. Because they did reduce the power of gold augments in general. Normal items, Declaw's getting a little nerfed to healing. It was super strong in Itis. I think it's still going to be good. I guess it wasn't giving MR, so now it will. So that's good. Giant Slayer got buffed, and I think that's a good change as well. Okay, and wait, where does it say these things got removed? Oh, they're here. What gets them? Or an artifact was the most picked augment? Oh, yeah, you take it every time. Ancient Archives is now gold instead of silver. Honestly, that's fine because now you can only get Revel and Whisper from Archives, right? So that's a pretty big buff to them. Dude, I feel like Whisper Crest is so bad. Like, it's so bad. I don't get it. I mean, it's balanced. I guess it's balanced now, right? But it's so bad compared to what it was. So Built Diff is getting buffed. I like that. Built Diff is very fun to play. So that's nice. Clutter Mine, 3 XP. That's more like it. I don't know. I feel like it's a good change. If you left it in like this, there's no way it wouldn't have been problematic. So Cursed Crown has a new indicator. You can still get it from Tome and stuff. Yes, yes. Double Trouble is buffed. Okay. Dragon Alliance, big nerf. Good. Dragon Horde nerfed as well. Good. Remove First Gate. Okay, that one sucks. Heroic Presence, that's the one where Guardians taunt. That's a good nerf. Inspire. So this is the one that makes Dragonmancer attack speed higher if they get a kill. It's for your whole team. So I think Dragonmancer comps might be better. Honestly, reroll Dragonmancer should be pretty good. Party Time's getting buffed. That's a Revel one. Press attack getting nerfed. And they removed the Revel Crest. That was the augment that gave you just a Revel Spatula. So that's going to be nice. And they also removed Whisper Crest, which gave you a Whisper Spatula. You can still get them from like tomes. So that's nice. And I think you can still get them from Prismatic, right? You can still get them from Prismatic and you can still get them from tomes. So they're not out of the game, but they will be more rare. Component Grab Bag 2 now gives you 3 components and they removed plus whatever that is. So overall, I think the patch going onto live should be a lot more healthy than what we're seeing now. I still think dragons are going to be good. I think Siphon, I don't even think Siphon's dead. I think Siphon might still be fine. A lot of the other dragons are still going to be good. They all, like, a bunch of them got nerfed. Aoshin and Asol, Shioyu, but I think they're still going to be good. They're just really good units. Pike getting buffed feels nice. There's a unit you can flex in. The Bard nerf is probably... Dude, Bard feels so worthless, but he's really good. So, I mean, I guess it is the way it has to be. Overall, I think Zaya is going to be nice. I think Corki is going to be nice. Cannoneers are probably going to be good. That reroll might be a thing. Dude, I'm pretty sure Dragonmancer reroll is going to be cracked. Like, it got so many buffs and it's not even bad right now. Like, you reroll Set, Ash, and Karma and play like 6. But yeah, I think this should be a good patch going forward. Like, probably one of the best we had, just like, one of the best patches we've ever had, like, when this set goes live. But, you know, maybe we just haven't found the really broken stuff yet. Okay, so I think that's more or less all of it. There's still more the team wants to do, and it will come in 12-12 and the future. TFT continues to try to deliver sets with no delays in these crazy times. I'm so proud of what the team has brought this time. Thank you all again, and have fun on live servers. Yeah, Talon's weird, because the blades, they're supposed to do damage, but they don't. So it's like he's just like a single target. I don't know. We'll see how he feels later. He might be too OP. Or maybe he just feeds everyone mana. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. But that's done. The patch is done. If we're done here, we can move on to the fucking TFT promotional video. Dude, this thing looks so good. I saw this yesterday. It was posted then. If you guys haven't seen it, it's so good. This is the set introduction to Dragonlands. Let's watch.
going on here?
That's much better. Well, I suppose better is a relative term. Let me see if I've got this right. You looked upon the infinite cosmos, summoned me into this, admittedly rather adorable form, just so I could teach you about dragons.
It's well done. I like it.
After all, there's none more qualified to teach you about the Dragonlands than me. Very well then, my bold little protege. I accept. We begin with power. The Dragonlands don't just have magic. They are magic. And where does this magic come from, you might ask? From dragons, of course. Each one powerful, each one an asset, if you are in the right place at the right time. The treasure.
So I'm gonna pause it. This is really nice. The story itself is really good, and I think they're doing a good job of like just kind of showing off all the units, right? They all look cool as fuck. You see them all in action, and it shows all the new features as well. So let's get back to it.
Dragon may offer you gold or ancient artifacts should you meet them. Just don't be greedy. One per lucky mortal customer. You understand? Of course, treasure isn't all that awaits as you traverse the Dragonlands. Make your way to the draconic shrines, and you shall be blessed with wondrous effects in battle, which you will no doubt need. Take Pandora's Bench, for example, which transforms champions into, well, other champions. Or Sacrificial Pact, which allows you to exchange experience for health and... well, yes. Visiting a draconic shrine indeed augments your abilities. But these are draconic augments, and thus are far more impressive than anything mere mortals could invent. And next time, raise your hand. Now then, where was I? Ah, yes. While some dragons roam the lands, others are tied directly to them. Astral, Ragewing, Whispers, Shimmer Scale, Jade, Mirage, Tempest. One dragon for each of the 7 major Dragonlands. Starting off strong.
Damn.
These rather imposing creatures can be convinced to fight on your behalf if you can afford their services. As I'm sure you can imagine,
We'll zoom in.
each dragon represents a powerful magic. So, you would do well to commit their names to memory. Astral. There really is no place like home. I mean we, are as numerous as the stars in the sky. If the heavens align, you shall receive celestial favor in the form of an astral orb, increasing the chance that an astral unit falls into your shop. Better get wishing. I know. Fire and dragons.
They look so
Such
good.
a cliche. But you're thinking too small and too slow. The dragons of Ragewing don't just feel the burn. They channel it, building their rage meters into a frenzy of fast-hitting power. Do you fear dragons that go bump in the night? Well, you should. After all, the Whispers will steal armor and magic resistance from their enemies. It's always those strong, silent types you have to watch out for. And who said all that glitters isn't gold, The magic of Shimmer Scale can make things downright blinding. What with unique items that scale with your gold? I don't look it, but I am practically green with envy. It is dangerous to go alone, so why not bring an army? That is the Jade strategy, after all. Jade statues protect even while asleep, but attack them, and they are bound to wake up. If that is not enough backup, These statues grow in power the more Jade units you possess. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. Mirage is the most mercurial of the Dragonlands, taking shape only when called upon. The only certainty is that Mirage units will change their approach from battle to battle, allowing you to adapt and bring your victory into focus. Now, where have I seen him before? Our final stop on this tour of the Dragonlands is Tempest. For lesser creatures, lightning never strikes twice. But for Tempest, lightning is a constant current, damaging and stunning your opponents. Make them regret trying to weather your storms. So tell me, are you feeling educated, inspired? Because that is it. The lessons are over. What? Did you think I was going to tell you everything about the Dragonlands? Ha! Now, where would the fun be in that? Of course there is more to see, and so much more to learn. Classifications of champions are the unique Dragonlands, discoveries both old and delightfully new. You're an enterprising little mortal creature, so figure it out. I am certain your exploits will be most delicious to observe.
Yo, Train Liquor, thank you for the 4.
Dragonlands. Let's go.
Dude, this video was so well done. The introduction was great. The scenery is nice. Like all the you can really tell they stepped up all the effects, right? Like this whole thing, like this has never been done before. I think they did a good job of introducing the augments. Like they showed a bunch of the cool ones. Pandora's Bench is really cool. I think if you're a new player like returning to TFT, or like even if you haven't played TFT, like you see this, you're like, man, that's cool. But it's also good for returning players. I also think they did like a pretty good job of showing everything in action. Like they showed you all the cool new legendaries. They show you what all they do. They introduce all the synergies, and I'm pretty happy with what Riot's done. I think there have been a lot of complaints in prior sets where like they don't invest enough, and I think this is definitely like a step. I mean, it's not even a step in the right direction. This is like what they need to be doing, and it's well done, and I think everyone's fucking hyped for it. And guys, dude, look at this little Corky. Let me see if I can get a shot of him. Right there. Look how good that shit looks. I guess it's kind of blurry, but I'm pretty excited for this. They also released the competitive information, and EU's has already been out. I'm not really going to cover that because I'm not EU, but they seem to be pretty happy about it. If there's some EU competitive players in the chat, which I know there are, you guys can bitch if you want, if it's not that great. But from what I've seen, I think everyone's pretty happy about it. EU lit. Link of EU. I don't have the link for EU, but they released a post on Twitter not too long ago, EMEA, and they've been like promoting it, and there's like cool videos and stuff. But yeah, EU seems to have their, I mean, they kind of did a good job last set, and I think they're still doing a good job this set. Their production is nice. And NA was getting a little flame because ours hasn't come out yet. And they're like, we're getting shit talked about EU, but the EU format came out. We're going to look into it, and it's I think everyone is pretty happy with it. Except Milk. There's only like 4 ladder slots, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the format. I think it's well done, and all right, let's get into it. Here is the competitive format for NA video.
Welcome to Teamfight Tactics Dragonlands Esports. I'm Natures, and I'm so excited and
Can I watch this in YouTube? Maybe not.
proud to be able to share with you the format for North American esports as we head into set 7. But first, let's talk about what we heard from you, our players and our fans. We've heard feedback from you in all sorts of ways. Direct conversations, player meetings, various Discord servers, and a survey sent to all of our hundreds of competitors last set. Our general takeaway is that while the structure of Gizmos and Gadgets did what it was meant to do very well, the individual tournaments can be improved significantly. So that's what we've done. You'll notice that the structure for Dragonlands Esports is very similar to last set, but the individual tournaments have almost all been changed. Let's start by talking about what hasn't changed, the path to regional finals. Just like in Gizmos and Gadgets, there will be a total of 3 cups, 2.
So how are these spread apart? We have one in July, And then we have one at the end of July, beginning of August. We have one 2 weeks after that, the mid-set finale. So there's like I mean, this seems like pretty good pacing. You have 20 days between these 3 weeks. And then it's like next weekend and then 2 weeks off, mid-set finale. After mid-set, how's the break looking like? So we have like a solid month off for the Dragon Cup. I think that's going to give people a good time to rest. After that, we have this. This is right after that. And then, so this is like a pretty quick timeline, right? You have a little lull, mid-set finale to recover, and then just get going again.
2 in set 7.0 and 1 in set 7.5. These cups will give qualifier points as well as direct invites to their respective set's final event. The mid-set finale is back, which you can qualify for via qualifier points or by placing very highly in the Astral or Jade Cup. The Challenger Series has been replaced with the North American Last Chance Qualifier, which will give the final 2 invites to the regional finals at the end of the set. And of course, we have the Dragonlands North American Regional Finals, which you can qualify for through the 4 leaderboard spots, 10 qualifier point spots, or by performing very well in the mid-set finale, Dragon Cup, or the North American Last Chance Qualifier. This is also the only tournament that will be staying the same in the new set, with Worlds invites to be determined at a later date. The average placement invite to the World Championship, while initially contentious due to a forfeit that occurred, has been met with overwhelming support and positivity and will be kept in Dragonlands. Now, let's talk about the changes that have been made to individual tournaments in North America for Dragonlands. First of all, in this set, the point breakdown will be a simple 8-to-1 format, with first place being awarded 8 points and last place receiving just 1 point. For the Astral, Jade, and Dragon Cups, they will all be the same format this set, and it works as follows. Each event will be a 4-day, 2-weekend event inviting the top 160 players from ladder to compete.
That's
the top
a lot.
32 of that 160 will be able to skip the first 2 days of competition. Doing exceptionally well during the 6 games of day 1 will give you bonus points to start day 2 with, and doing exceptionally well on day 3 will give you bonus points to start day 4 with. On top of this, instead of players staying within a single lobby throughout the day, lobbies will be reseeded every 2 games based on the results of the previous games.
That's how it's
Lastly, the final day of these events has been changed. Instead of being a 5-game day with 4 winners, after the first 5 games, we will cut down to just the top 8 players without a point reset. And these 8 players will duke it out in an additional 2 games to determine their final placement in the event. The North American Last Chance Qualifier will feel very similar to last set's second Challenger Series.
That's going to make it feel a lot stronger. Like, those final 2 games are going to be very strong. And I think that's going to be a good viewing experience for, like, fans. I like that it's 4 days as well. And that you can get a bye to the last 2.
Being a 16-player event that has 2 regional final slots up for grabs, but with a small change. And that change is that performing well on day 1 will give you bonus points to start day 2 with. Lastly, the mid-set finale has undergone a few changes that I think will excite many.
Yeah, that is a good point. These are going to be pretty long, aren't they? Like, I don't know. I mean, 6 versus 7 is not a huge diff, but like, they are getting kind of long. It's going to be like a whole fucking day thing.
Like our other events, doing exceptionally well on day 1 and day 2 will give bonus points to start days 2 and 3 with. However, the winner of the whole event, the player who gets first place, will be immediately qualified to the Dragonlands World Championship. Thank you so much for all of your support, feedback, and most of all, passion. The passion in TFT esports.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, if you win MSI, you should probably get a world slot. But at the same time, like, you can, like, the flip side of that is if you win MSI, you can just take the rest of the set off and just, like, get a bye to worlds. Like, is that right? I mean, I guess that's the con, right? But, like, unless you just, like, want to go 8th, you probably, like, put in effort anyways. But it just feels wrong to not give any slots for winning it. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to feel about that. I think it's fine the way it is. Because China kind of does it, right? They like if you win worlds, they give you I mean, fuck, you get a bye to next worlds. Yeah, I'm down. It keeps the story arc, right? Like, oh, this guy won MSI. Can they perform at worlds? Let's see it. I'm down. I'm down.
Makes all of us behind the scenes so excited to continue to improve on the competitive format. Be sure to go to riot.com/NATFT esports to find out more about all of our events. And I'll see you on July 1st for the first event of Dragonlands, the Astral Cup.
And yeah, for the 7 games, I'm not even against it. Like, sure, it's kind of long, but like they've also split it up into 2 and 2 days instead of 3 in a row. So I feel like you're probably not going to get burnt out. So I mean, overall, I feel like the format for competitive this set is pretty darn good. I don't know really like the specifics of the prize pools or, you know, how many points you get. But if it was anything like last set, I feel like everyone who should have gone to regionals made it there, more or less, with like a few exceptions, right? So as long as they can recreate that again, and this should do a good job of that, where we need to be. MSI, no, it's not international. It's just NA. It's like the big mid-set tournament. It's basically regionals, but you're not getting spots for worlds. It's like the big set 6 one, right? So after MSI, there's 6.5 drops. So this is like the big tournament of set 6.0. No influencer cups. Oh, right. There's gonna be like Twitch rivals and stuff, right? Probably. There's gonna be like dual tourneys. Like this isn't all there is. There's other tournaments going on. You would have to assume. Okay, what else? So competitive, I think is pretty well done. The introduction is really cool. And now all we really have left is just like little stuff. You know, more Dog Madness. So they dropped a little Dragon Academy. I assume this is for players who like want to learn about the game. Like TFT is super hard to get into, agreed. And I don't know if this like kind of helps it, but I mean, let's see. The site looks good. Play for free. Is that just a straight download link? Oh yeah. Let me sign up right there. Curriculum. We academics only hope to approximate an understanding of the peculiarities. Okay, this is too much reading. It's a little Dragonlands intro. You can read about all the dragons. Dude, TFT is so cool. This set is lit. Like, if I was looking at TFT for the first time, or even like coming back to it, like, bro, how cool is this? They show you all the new augments. You can read about them if you want to. I mean, I kind of like the numbers though. Like personally, I like the numbers, but I guess that shit changes. You can learn about all the like the new synergies. Looks good too. Champion classes. Yeah, it's like all here. Dude, you know what this reminds me of? You know, like when you used to be a kid and you would go to a store and your mom would like buy you a fucking game? On the car ride home, you would like read the book inside the fucking game and you just read all about it, like about like what all the units do and stuff. This kind of reminds me like one of those books. Maybe I'm aging myself here. Maybe I'm just the boomers know. The boomers, they know. But yeah, this is kind of what it reminds me of. Like it even has like the whole book look, like the page color. Legends of the Treasure Dragon. Is there no sound here? I mean, I guess it shows it off. There's as many theories on the origin of the Treasure Dragon as there are scholars in the Dragonlands, but one fact remains consistent across all intellectual discourse. Despite their benevolent and generous nature, they appear to send raptors fleeing for the hills. Accept the dragon's first offer for free, or tithe as many coins as you can spare, for the change to discover a different hoard of treasure. That's hype. Get your game on, play for free. Yeah, this is pretty well done. I'm like, if I was just looking at this for the first time, I'd be hyped to play it. Good job, Riot. The set design is good. The marketing is good. The competitive is good. Is this not gonna be the best fucking set of TFT? I think so. Also, if you want to get this info in real time, follow me on Twitter.
Can you say Ooga Booga GV8 gang?